Welcome, people. This is Fabian Electrical Services. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the causes of electrical fires. So let's get into today's topic. So people wonder why so many electrical fires are happening, and people are not aware of simple things that can prevent them from having. Why so much electrical fires are happening, and people are not aware of simple things that can prevent them, like having smoke detectors in your rooms that are in working conditions. Please like, share, and subscribe as you come in. A lot of people are not aware that from the time a smoke detector goes off, you have a certain amount of time to react, and get out if it's a serious fire. So for that reason, a lot of people are not alert of that, which you should. A lot of times, people are not aware that the smoke detectors are not going off because of a simple battery that was overlooked. Hello, Elin. Please like, share, and subscribe also as you come in. So, a simple battery that was overlooked, and not changing those batteries. Hello, Mario. Please, as you come in, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Can you hear me? I'm doing fine, Mario. Just hit one if you can hear me, please. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, so that was overlooked. And not changing those batteries, or it's called even, or it could be even be a simple expiry smoke that has been expired for the last 8 years. Yes, people, expired smoke detectors. Yes, people, smoke detectors has an expiry date, and when the time comes to change them, people don't. You see, sometime you will hear a beeping. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Ellen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hit one if you can hear me. Okay. You see, sometimes you will hear a beeping. It's not just a beeping for no reason. It's beeping because it's expired or the battery needs changing. So don't take it for granted. The other cause of fires are wires that are not installed. Big up, Sophia. Yes, you're finally catching my life. I set it for 4 o'clock. The other cause of fires are wires that are not installed in electrical boxes. Yeah, sometimes you will see. I'm real good. Thank you very much. The other cause of fires are wires that are not installed in electrical boxes. Yeah, sometimes you will see contractors who are not licensed. They will come in to do some work in your house. They're not actually a licensed electrical contractor, and sometimes you will see they will start a job, and these wires require by code, by the electrical code, unless it's low voltage, to be placed inside an electrical box. So these contractors, what they will do is they'll finish the job without installing an electrical box. Well, when come time and the fire has started, it's going to spread. Why is that? Because that box will actually stop the fire from spreading throughout the house. So it's very important to make sure that you have electrical boxes throughout your house, unless it's some kind of low voltage wire where you do not require an actual box for low voltage, because there is no actual real power that's going through that low voltage wire that will cause fire. Yes, I'm good, thank you. And you? So another reason are the overheating of wires when circuits are overloaded. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you, for instance, you're working in the kitchen, your kitchen wires are all supposed to be on their own circuits. So sometimes what you will see is some guys will come in. You have a finished house, finished basement, for instance, and they're too lazy to run an actual. Uh, they're too lazy to run that line back to the panel for whatever reason. So they will take that wire and connect it to another wire in the kitchen, which is not allowed by code, because every circuit in the kitchen should be on its own breaker. So when they start to mix these circuits, you're going to get, because in the kitchen you're using a lot of high power. For instance, you have your microwave, which you have the motor, and when you start that microwave, it's an inrush inside that motor, which takes time to actually get up to its actual potential of running current. um, so now you have another circuit that you have placed on that line, and it's now working as hard, even harder than it's supposed to work. And for that reason, it's working even harder to perform. So that wire, after a time, is going to overheat, and it actually can, cause an electrical fire. So if you look in my videos, some of my videos, please, also, you can also go back to my videos I have, and you'll see that I have my videos that I post with certain topics in there, talking about art fault breakers and stuff. Um, yes. So back to what I was saying. So to help prevent these fires, we, as electrical contractors and licensed electricians, apprentices, we will follow this code book. And this code book, this electrical code book, will guide us through um, what we have to do and what we shouldn't do. So it's very important that when it comes to our code book, we take it very highly. We will follow those rules, um, to prevent any fires from happening, that can take place. So it's recommended that, when you see some kind of strange wiring inside your kitchen, for instance, and it's it's a different type of wire and you believe that it was ran and that it's mix and matching, then just have a actual licensed electrician. I'm sorry that I said, can you please stop talking? Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm going to put user on a 5 minute timeout. Okay, so I'm going to get back to my topic here. Um, that's why I do not mix a light. Also, when it comes to this person just send me the other way here. Okay, so let's get into lighting circuit. So I do not normally mix lighting circuits with receptacle circuits. Reason being is a receptacle will work harder than a lighting circuit. And because for this reason, I like to keep my lighting circuits on its own, meaning I do not mix and match with electrical outlets. Only if I have to, I will do so. But there's also a code on that where you're allowed a certain amount of electrical outlets on the lighting circuit. So for that reason, I do not go that route. I mostly stick with lighting circuits on its own, plugs on its own. Okay, and then we're going to get into another hazard is simply not putting an electrical arc fault breaker on your circuit. What is an arc fault breaker? An arc fault breaker pretty much detects fire. When I say detects fire, um, if you have an overheating of circuits going through your wires, this arc fault breaker will detect the slightest overcurrent that's happening through your circuit. It will then trip that circuit, that breaker at the panel. So when it comes time to using arc faults on your circuits, I know in Canada, Ontario, we there's new code rules all the time that are changing. They amend the code book. So now we're stuck with putting a lot of arc fault breakers throughout the home. Um, so arc fault breakers are very vital to also preventing fires from happening. It will detect your fire. It will detect any little overcurrent, and it will trip that circuit out, shut it down completely. So when you go to your panel and you're saying that you have a breaker in the trip position, the breaker is in the trip position for a reason, and the reason being that it could have detect a slight overcurrent protection, overcurrent. It could have detected that, and it will then in turn shut that circuit down. So when that happens, don't take that for granted. Just have an electrical contractor come in, take a look at it, see what the problem is, um, and you can go from there. And then you have the flickering and buzzing of your lights of your switch. It doesn't necessarily mean that these things will cause fires. It's also something to bring to your attention that when you see a flickering of electrical light or your switches are humming, um, don't take these things for granted. have an electrical contractor come in, take a look at it, make sure everything is proper and well, and you can pretty much sleep good at night knowing that you had someone to come in and take a look at this problem. And then you have a lot of people do not know this, but when it comes to running your electrical wires beside your heating duct, it can cause it can actually cause a fire. So what I mean by that is when you go down to your basement, you will see probably if you have an open basement, you'll see you have a duct. It's not the actual return, it's the actual heating. The heating, the one that heats, that is the one that will cause fires when the electrical wires is touching. So there is a code on that where you're not supposed to have your electrical wires touching your duct. And again, if you can go back and you can watch my videos, you will see that inside my videos, I've placed my insulation between my duct and my wire, which is a code. So everything we do is a code, and this will prevent and stop fires from spreading. And a lot of people are not aware of these things. So I just want to bring awareness to all these little things that are happening. Again, people, if you're coming in, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. You can also leave a comment in the comment section when this video is done. Stay tuned for my latest videos that are coming up, my latest live stream. So as I say again, overloading is very common in homes. It's done a lot. A lot of places I go into, I will see a lot of overloading of circuits. Me personally, I do not like to. Also, another fire hazards are knob and tube. So if you guys know you have some type of knob and tube in your house, knob and tube is basically a cause of a lot of fires. Everything is basically hooked up on the same circuit. So when you see that you have two bedrooms out, that means that your knob and tube is connected all to that one circuit, those two rooms. So knob and tube is a very high in fires also. That's for that reason you'll see that the insurance when you purchase a brand new when you purchase a resale house, the insurance will ask you, is it knob and tube? And if you say yes, then you have to basically have an electrical contractor come in and try to fix those wires to code, which can be fixed, but they're also a fire hazard, and you'll see for that reason your insurance will be a little bit higher. No one wants to really deal with knob and tube, so I try to stay away from the knob and tube. For this reason, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my work to do. I don't like it. If I don't have a choice, I do not do it. So if you guys have any questions, you can type type in the comment section if you want to discuss any issues that you are having. You can leave a comment here in the comment section. I will reply to your comment. If not, I will keep talking here for another maybe 10 minutes before I shut my live off. As I was saying, fires are very common in all electrical homes, not even homes, commercial. Also, it's a big fire hazard. For that reason, that's why you call the pros in to do your work. You try to avoid any other person who are not they're not actually allowed to perform these works in your homes. They do not have the knowledge like we do to carry out the work that we will carry out to prevent these fires from happening. To prevent these fires from happening. So that's why we as electricians, when we come into a home, we take our time. We don't want to rush the job. We want to lay out that home as best as we can to the electrical code. Sometimes people they get very frustrated when we're doing our wiring, but it's a process that we have to take and we follow. So we're not going to come in to rush the job. We're coming in to do the job as professional as we can and to prevent all fires from happening, especially the number one fire that takes place are the smoke detectors. Um, so for that reason, you'll see that you have a smoke detector on every floor, which is required by code. You also have some people that will mix and match a smoke detector, a actual wire smoke detector with a battery. There's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is if you have a smoke detector in the basement and it's wired and you have now installed or removed your existing smoke detector that's up on the main floor or the second floor, there's no way of that smoke detector triggering the other smoke detectors because they're not interconnected. So interconnected is key, is very key to your smoke detectors. Why is interconnected very key to your smoke detectors? It will trigger all smoke detectors throughout your house. Meaning if one goes off, it will trigger the other one in the basement, it will trigger the other one on the main floor, It will give you enough time to react to these problems, where you can now decide, hey, am I going to actually get out of this house, or am I going to go back for my belongings? Well, between me and you, I wouldn't go back for my belongings. I will just get out, because the smoke will spread very fast. It's smoke, you don't see it, it just spreads. And by the time you think you had enough time to get out of that house, the actual fumes itself would have done you in, with the actual time that you thought you had, and the time that you didn't use to actually get out of that house. A lot of people hear the smoke detectors going off, and they actually think, hey, I'm just going to leave that smoke detector. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm just going to, you know, just avoid it. Uh, That's not the answer to it. The answer is simply just getting out of the house and being safe. So again, I'm going to be ending my life now. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for giving me a like. Uh, Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Also, stay tuned for my other videos and my other live stream. And I will catch you guys on the next live stream.